The psychology of money. The strangest thing about money. Let me start with a strange observation. Some of the smartest people in the world go broke. Brilliant investors lose fortunes. Highly educated professionals stay in debt for decades. Meanwhile, people with average intelligence quietly become wealthy. How is that possible? Money is usually taught like mathematics. Budgets, interest rates, investment strategies. But real life doesn't work like a spreadsheet. Money decisions happen at the dinner table, not inside classrooms. They happen when you feel fear during a market crash. They happen when you see your friends buying expensive things. They happen when your emotions start speaking louder than your logic. And this is the central idea of this book. Financial success is not mainly about what you know. It is about how you behave. Today, we are going to explore the hidden psychology behind money. Stories of greed, stories of luck, stories of patience, and lessons that quietly separate people who keep wealth from those who lose it. Because understanding money is not just about numbers. It is about understanding ourselves. Part 1: No one is crazy. People often judge others for their financial decisions. Someone invests in risky stocks. Someone refuses to invest at all. Someone spends everything they earn. From the outside, it looks irrational. But the truth is simpler. Everyone makes financial decisions based on their own experiences. A person who grew up during economic collapse may fear investing forever. Another person who saw easy profits during a market boom may believe investing is effortless. Two people can look at the same opportunity and make opposite choices. Both feel completely reasonable, because their past experiences shape their perception of risk and reward. When you understand this, something important happens. You stop assuming people are crazy with money. You start realizing everyone is playing a different financial game. Part 2: Luck and Risk. Success stories often focus on skill. Failure stories often focus on mistakes. But real life is more complicated. Luck and risk play enormous roles in financial outcomes. Two people can make identical decisions and experience completely different results. One becomes wealthy. The other fails. This doesn't mean skill is irrelevant, but it does mean humility is necessary. When people attribute all success to their own brilliance, they often begin taking dangerous risks. History is full of investors who believed they were geniuses right before losing everything. Recognizing the role of luck protects you from overconfidence. Recognizing the role of risk protects you from judging others too harshly. Part 3: Never enough. There is a dangerous belief that quietly destroys many fortunes. The belief that more is always better. History offers painful examples. Investors who already had hundreds of millions kept taking bigger risks to earn just a little more. Eventually, they lost everything. Why? Because they moved the goalpost. No amount of wealth ever felt sufficient. The most powerful financial skill may be knowing when you already have enough. Enough security, enough comfort, enough freedom. The moment you understand enough, you gain control over greed. Part 4: Compounding. The most powerful force in finance is not brilliance. It is time. Compounding works slowly at first, almost invisibly. But given enough time, it becomes unstoppable. One of the greatest investors in history built most of his fortune after the age of 60. Not because he suddenly became smarter, but because his money had been compounding for decades. Small returns repeated for long periods create enormous results. The lesson is simple but difficult. Consistency matters more than intensity. Staying invested matters more than chasing the perfect investment. Part 5: Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Making money and keeping money require completely different skills. Getting wealthy often requires risk. Starting businesses, making bold investments, trying new opportunities. But staying wealthy requires the opposite behavior. Humility, caution, and the ability to avoid catastrophic mistakes. Many fortunes are lost because people keep playing the same aggressive game that made them rich. But wealth preservation is a different game entirely. Part 6. Freedom. The highest form of wealth is not luxury. It is control over your time. The ability to wake up and decide what you want to do that day. Not because someone else demands it, but because you choose it. Money buys that freedom. It allows you to walk away from situations that make you unhappy. It allows you to design your life intentionally. Ironically, people chasing status often sacrifice freedom to maintain their lifestyle, while those who value independence quietly build lives of flexibility. Part 7. Reasonable is better than perfect. Many investors spend years trying to find perfect strategies, perfect timing, perfect predictions. But the real goal is not perfection. It is survival. A reasonable plan that you can stick with for decades will outperform a brilliant strategy that collapses under emotional pressure. Good financial plans must account for human behavior. They must be simple enough to survive fear, greed, and uncertainty. Part 8. The seduction of complexity. People often assume complicated financial strategies are superior. But complexity can hide risk. The most successful investors frequently follow simple rules. Spend less than you earn. Invest consistently. Avoid catastrophic losses. Remain patient. These rules are not exciting, but they work. Part 9. The role of stories. Money decisions are shaped by stories. Stories about markets. Stories about success. Stories about opportunity. People rarely make decisions based purely on data. They follow narratives. When the dominant story says markets will rise forever, people take more risk. When the story predicts disaster, people become paralyzed with fear. Understanding this helps you stay calm when public sentiment swings wildly. Final lesson: the quiet power of patience. If there is one theme running through every lesson in this book, it is patience. Patience with investing. Patience with saving. Patience with long-term thinking. Most people sabotage themselves not because they lack intelligence, but because they demand immediate results. Real wealth grows slowly, almost invisibly, until one day the results appear enormous. Money seems complicated. Charts, strategies, predictions. But beneath all of that complexity lies a simple truth. The most important financial decisions are behavioral. Avoid extreme debt. Save consistently. Invest patiently. And resist the pressure to prove your wealth to others. The people who master money are not always the smartest. They are the ones who understand themselves. Because money is not just a tool for buying things. It is a mirror reflecting our fears, hopes, ego, and patience. And once you understand the psychology behind it, you stop chasing money blindly. You start building a life where money quietly works for you, not the other way around. We are here to help you. We will upload more on IQ of money, more practical videos, but we need your support. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like this video. Together, we will improve. Thank you for watching till the end.